G'day everyone, I have completely lost count of how many requests I had for Ode to Sleep by 21 Pilots. Now it is a pretty out there song. It goes from a really straight kind of 16th note section, and then it goes into a cool tom groove, it goes into a swung section, then it goes into a straight ahead 4 on the floor section. My goodness, there's so much going on, but I've done my best to break it all down. Hopefully you'll be able to keep up. Let's hop on the kit and check this song out. To start with, we'll look at the sample that runs pretty much through most of the verses. Now, it doesn't look like they actually play it, it is just a sample, so if you check out their live stuff, you can see it's kind of in a backing track, but it's interesting to know how it goes, and then maybe we can incorporate some of the bits into our groove as well. So the sample goes like this. And then that brings us to our verse, which is a 4-bar pattern, and it has some of the same elements as that sample. So let's check it out. If you can grab some of those accents from the sample, awesome. If you can't, just leave them out. It's no problems at all. Then the drums drop out, and when they come back in, they are playing a pretty cool tom groove that sounds something like this. I've worked it out as best I can. Here we go. That tom groove is actually quite tricky, so one way you could break it down is to work out exactly where the snare drums fall, and that's on beat 2 and on the end of 3. So that would go like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and the other thing that sticks out is that for me, the bass drum pattern is repetitive. It's the same in each bar, and that goes like this. So if you're trying to build it up, you could grab the bass drum and the snare drum and just try and lock those in, and then you can worry about what the toms are doing later. So together, the kick drum and snare drum sound like this. And then at the end of that, we've got this crash cymbal thing, which is really easy to work out. It just goes like this. And this is where things get a little bit strange. All of a sudden, we're in this really triple-y kind of swung feel, and everything is a little bit faster. So to get into that, you can hear the count off sort of happens with the hi-hats. So that would just go like this. And then an example of the first kind of 4 bars when the beat comes in sounds something like this. There's a fill, and this is the kind of thing that pops up quite a lot, so you can use this one for just about any of the fill spots if you want to. Then the groove continues, and I'm not going to play exactly the whole thing, but here's another 4 bars that if you pinched and used these 4 bars, it would sound good over pretty much the entire section. There's a lovely little fill in there. You'll be able to pick it out because it goes onto the toms, and it sounds like this. So for that fill, I will play right hand flam and then start right hand again. Because we're playing triplets, that's going to let you come back out on your right hand and not mess up the groove. Alright, the next bit we need to look at is when it starts to slow down a little bit, we're over on the floor tom and we've got the kick drums involved playing the first and third note of the triplets. Just like this. Right before the next section, there's a fill. And then we're 4 on the floor, 4 crashes right along with those kick drums and snare drums on 2 and 4. I guess I would call that section the chorus, and then coming out of the chorus, we break into this big sort of halftime feel, and then we straighten back up at the end of that so that we can get back into our verses. So it's a little bit tricky, but I'm sure you guys know the song really well. So just follow along and you can look at the notes and that'll help you kind of work out what's going on and how we get to that straight feel again. Okay? So going into the verses again sounds like this. Okay, from there we're back into our verse, and the next different section that we need to look at is when the drums are just playing sort of really sparse, floor tom and snare drum, and then at the end it goes up to the first tom. So once again, this is the kind of thing, if you're listening to the song, you'll probably be able to work it out, but if you want to know how to count it, this is what it looks like. Then that section leads us back into our tom section again, and the tom section leads us into our swung section again, and then that brings us back to our chorus once more, and it's all pretty much identical to what we've already played, so hopefully you've been able to work that out. The next thing that we need to look at is right at the end, we have this really cool kind of halftime groove that just kind of chills out the whole sort of chorus coming into the very end of the song. So this halftime groove goes like this. If you're not sure where that part is, it's pretty much the last 16 bars of the song that the drums play. So there is a little tail where there's all those glitchy kind of sounds at the end of the song, but the last 16 bars that the drums play is pretty much based on that groove. There are a couple of extra bass drums here and there, but I'm sure you'll be able to work it out, or just use that, it will still sound fantastic. Cool, and basically that is everything that we need to play Ode to Sleep. There's a lot of weird changes and there's a swing thing and the straight thing, but if you listen to the song a bunch and then just take it slowly from this video, I'm sure you'll be able to work out all the bits and then you'll be able to play along. So happy practicing, and I'll see you guys at the next lesson.